Let's go through the early download for MW2's Season 3 update and being able to play certain parts of this update earlier than expected as well. We'll go through all of that in this video. Be sure to subscribe for more content videos like this. We're on the road to 110,000 subscribers. Really do appreciate it, guys. But first up here, what do we know so far? Of course, Season 3 is releasing this Wednesday, April 12th at these times up on screen, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I tried to add the most popular time zones from my community. If you guys want me to add any other time zones as well, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll just squeeze them in for you guys here. So that's that for the times. Of course, very standard stuff here, nothing too surprising. But what's more interesting is the actual download stuff here. So as you guys know, for MW2, the past couple of seasons, the reloaded updates, the beginning of the seasons, you haven't had any preloads available, which is very annoying for a lot of players. Here's what it confirms, though, in the blog post. So Season 3 of MW2 and Warzone 2 will launch on April 12th again, 10 a.m. Pacific, as we said. This seasonal update will be available to download on April 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. The same exact times, but 2 days earlier, with patch notes to come between the update download and the season's launch, most likely on that Tuesday. So Monday, April 10th, and maybe live as you're watching this video, depending on when you click on the video here. Get that downloaded because there's going to be a lot of stuff here. Of course, the main reason for me is I'm on PC, and every time there's no preload available and you have to wait for the release time to fully download the update, at least for PC, at least for me, it takes absolutely forever. Everyone else I'm seeing is playing the update early, and I'm just waiting here on stream, downloading the update, and it takes a couple hours. I'm pretty sure I have decent internet too, so it just takes a long time on PC. Let me know down below if you have that same experience there, and it may not be a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Just play a couple hours later, why not? But for me, I want to play right when it releases there, and a preload at least a day early, at least 12 hours early, is really beneficial for someone like me, and probably a lot of you guys out there as well that have, you know, slower internet and want to play right when the update comes out. So that's one reason there why a preload is very beneficial. The second reason is not really a benefit, but it is an added bonus. A lot of times here, the content is playable early, and it's not even through a glitch method or some type of hacker going in and, you know, ripping the content from the game. It's just like they release the content early. So for Season 1, we did get a preload and Shoot House. When that map came out, it was available in MW2 multiplayer in the public playlist. I mean, Shoot House 24/7 was a full playlist available for all players over 12 hours early, you know, late Tuesday night, whatever, before the update came out, which was so cool. A ton of fun there. And there were also weapons available to use early as well. Tons of little pieces of content. Not everything. The Warzone stuff was still, you know, locked, and you couldn't access that yet. And some of the MP stuff, the Battle Pass wasn't available early. The Battle Pass is never available early. But some MP maps like that, some weapons as well, were available, which is a ton of fun. And it's a little excitement before the update fully releases the next day. And for other updates as well, this is more of a glitch, but if you went offline, PC players can't go offline, by the way, but if you're on console, Xbox, and PlayStation, if you went offline, you could access those maps early in private match as well, which isn't as fun because what you're going to do, play against bots or play with your friends, but it still is cool that you could do that. So this time around, the preload is back. Chances are we may get that again, which is going to be very interesting. So I would say get the preloads in, download the update early, because again, chances are we can play some content early here, probably Tuesday afternoon, late Tuesday night, and I'll be sure to update you guys on the channel if that is the case. But before we go through some more stuff here, we have a quick word from the sponsor of today's video. Everyone who plays video games and uses the internet is bound to get their information exposed, sold to a data broker, or even found on the dark web. Aura, the sponsor of today's video, is the best way to fight against that. Aura helps protect all of your online accounts in one place, find threats to your private information, and actively helps you solve those problems. Data brokers, for example, take your information online and sell it to telemarketers, spammers, or anyone else that wants to learn more about you. I found out that 30 data brokers have my information. Aura is going to help me fix this by contacting all of those brokers and making sure they remove my personal info. Aura also monitors your emails and passwords to see if they were involved in any type of data breach and exposed on the dark web, and gives you recommendations on what to do. Aura scanned the dark web for my info and found that 2 of my passwords actually had leaked out from websites I completely forgot about. They gave gave me solutions to fix this as well, and I also activated their dark web monitoring to make sure stuff like this doesn't ever happen again. Aura's app also features a VPN, password manager, real-time credit and identity theft monitoring, internet parental controls, and protects your devices from malware. Aura has almost every internet safety tool you'll ever need all inside one app. Be sure to check it out, guys. You'll be amazed at how much of your private information Aura finds exposed over those next 2 weeks. Go to aura.com/matters to start your free trial. The link is also down below in the description, or just scan the QR code up on screen. Now let's go through some more stuff here on MW2's Season 3 update. Some pretty interesting stuff on a multiplayer. Steve commented on one of my previous videos. Shout out to him, and thanks for the update. I hope the gunfight maps will be available for any game mode in private match and not just restricted to the gunfight mode. And also, why are we getting shipment again? Is it smaller? So if you guys have any comments and any ideas that you want me to talk about in future videos for updates for this game, for MW2, Warzone 2, Treyarch's next COD for zombies, leave those comments down below. Every so often, I'll take your comments, put them up on screen, talk about them for a video like I'm doing here with this one. I thought this was a pretty interesting topic because it's something I've been thinking about since MW2 came out. I forgot if this was the case in Vanguard, but for MW2, it seems like players have less options, less freedom to play what they want to play in the game. So for example, he's talking about gunfight maps available in private match. That is a good point. He has a good idea of playing potentially 6v6 or just any game mode on those gunfight maps. That would have been so cool. Modern Warfare 2019, I think maybe had that, maybe not. I'm not so sure if I'm remembering correctly there, but why not give players the ability to have a 6v6 match on a really small gunfight map? Like, that would be so cool. A ton of fun there, and it doesn't hurt the actual experience of the game. Maybe you don't want to have that for the public match. I get that, although that would be cool as well, a super hectic 6v6 mode on gunfight maps, but I understand why they wouldn't want to do that. Regardless, though, for Quickplay as it is right now in MW2, you guys have probably seen, if you go into Quickplay and pick what game modes you want to filter out, you only have like the core game modes. You can't pick any of the party modes or pretty much any alternative mode for Quickplay. You can't specifically play that. You just have to wait for IW to give it to you in a playlist, and sometimes it's not available. Like right now, you have the party mode playlist. You can't specifically click one in the chamber. You can't play infected at all right now, I'm pretty sure. You have to either wait for the playlist to come out, or that's it. And you know what I mean? It just doesn't really make a lot of sense there. I guess there's some type of back-end reason as to why that's the case. More players play when it's, you know, every couple of weeks instead of having that mode always be available. I mean, maybe. You know, I'm not going to act like I know for sure how it works there, but I would assume it's just better just to have these game modes always playable. In the past, for previous COD multiplayer games, you have a whole list of the modes you want to play. You have the hardcore variant of those modes and maps as well, and you could instantly get into a lobby and play exactly what you want to play, and you don't have to wait for a playlist update to come out to play the certain mode or the certain map and stuff like that. So I don't know why they do that. I feel like it would be a lot better if we went back to the past way of doing things. Not a big deal. Again, it's not the most game-breaking issue, and I still have fun playing the game, but it is kind of annoying to not be able to play exactly what mode you want to play on the map, on hardcore, or just core. It's just a little weird right now, so hopefully for future updates and maybe for future games, they kind of fix that and go back to how it was before. Now, another comment here, which was really good from Hanzo, they should push out all classic maps, what's included in Al Mazrah, like High Rise Terminal, etc., Quarry, a lot of the maps in the area. Why not give us Castle from Rashika Island for 6v6? I completely agree. I mean, right now, they should have done this at the launch of the game, but every, you know, remade POI from Al Mazrah, mostly MW2, but there's also some from COD 4 as well, I'm pretty sure, like Showdown. Those should already be in the game as mini remade 6v6 maps in the game. I mean, I know it's just a content that already is in the game. It's not really new content. I understand that, but it would make playing MP a lot more interesting and just add a bit more variety, because when I'm playing MP right now, I'm on El Asilo, Tarak, back to El Asilo, Crown Raceway, back to Tarak. It gets boring after a while, and having, let's say, you know, a Terminal from Al Mazrah as a 6v6 map mixed into the rotation, or Showdown or Quarry as a little 6v6 map, or even just like a random location as well, just a random farm sectioned off for 6v6 from Al Mazrah. Having that as a little map to mix things up would be very good, and I feel like it would make the MP experience in the game a lot better. Ashika Island, of course, there's a lot of cool locations of Ashika Island that, you know, literally look like 6v6 maps. On the shores, again, the castle could be interesting. I'm not saying those would be the best maps, and it's obviously not ideal content. We would rather see newly created MP maps, but if the content is already in the game, it's already developed and made, and all you have to do is section it off. I don't want to act like I know how development works, and maybe it's a lot of work to bring it from Warzone to MP, but they already have the content developed there. I feel like it can't be that hard. And again, it would just help with variety playing MW2 MP right now. Having a bunch of those 6v6 locations added as core maps in MW2, I feel like would be pretty beneficial for a lot of people. So let me know down below your opinions on that. I feel like most people would agree with me there. Again, of course, we would rather see newly created MP maps, but if we're not going to get that and we're only going to get 1 to 2 new maps per season, might as well bring some other locations, POIs, from the Warzone maps, Al-Mazrah, Ashiga Island, stuff like that. So again, we'll see what we end up getting very soon. And finally here, this is probably not going to happen, but from more gravy, we were talking about the new Lighthouse map. We were talking about how it looked like Fog, a DLC map from COD Ghost. And he says MW2 would be such a great game if all Ghost DLC maps were dropped in. Just saying. I mean, Ghost DLC maps were low-key super good. I mean, again, COD Ghost, one of those games that I was playing when I was younger, and it didn't matter what game came out back then, I would have played the hell out of it, I would have enjoyed it, but I think Ghost is honestly an underrated game, and there's a lot of pretty iconic maps. I'm not going to act like it was the best game ever, and some of the maps were bad. There were a lot of bad maps, but there also were a lot of good maps, and the COD Ghost DLC season, what's interesting is that a lot of the DLC maps were very unique, cool locations, cool little things that would happen on those maps. Again, Fog, you had a Michael Myers kill streak thing. Like, it was so sick. So I might make a separate video going through the COD Ghost DLC season and why some of those maps being remade would be so cool. But yeah, man, I would be completely down to see, at least one Ghost remake in MW2. I feel like it would be so fire. So let me know down below your opinions on that as well. But overall, that's it for this video. Be sure to subscribe for more content videos like this. We're going to be doing a lot for Season 3 releasing this week, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Discord is down below to talk to me, play with me on stream, follow me on Kick for those daily live streams as well. All those links will be down below. Shout out to you channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.